Hello everyone, welcome to Environment and Ecology series with Dr. Vivek Rana. Hope all of you are doing great. Topic for today's discussion is on expected lines because we all know April 22 is celebrated as World Earth Day, and in current pandemic time it becomes more important to recognize and restoring the balance between ecosystem and our desires, because as the great saying goes of Mahatma Gandhi, there is enough for everyone's need but not enough for everyone's greed. So in today's lecture, we will be decoding what is the history behind the Earth Day, what are the organizations which are involved, what is the theme for this year, and what exactly event has been coinciding with today's Earth Day, which related to environment. So let's just decode World Earth Day, April 22, 2021 edition, which happens to be 51st edition in the history of Earth Day. So the event is organized by Earth Society Foundation, and if we look back at the history, it was first time proposed by a peace activist at UNESCO conference at San Francisco. The name of that person was John McConnell. So John McConnell had proposed originally as the day to be celebrated on March 21 in 1970, but as March 21 we had linked with the geographical angle, we know that it's the first day of the spring in northern hemisphere, so it coincided with the spring equinox. But eventually the day has been celebrated on April 22 because in next year there was a Santa Barbara oil spill and people took to streets to protest against the oil spill, the photochemical smogs and other pollution problems. So it was the first ever, you could say, people's movement against to create awareness about environment protection, and eventually the day has been now celebrated worldwide. More and more countries eventually got familiar with the theme, and we have come a long way. So it has been a 5 decades of environmental activism which this day symbolically marks. So make sure you are clear about the history, the where exactly the movement started. It was in US, and there's no harm in mugging up the environment peace activist John McConnell. Now coming to the 2021 theme, it's a straightforward theme this time. They have given the theme for 2021 as restoring our earth. Now restoring our earth, by which they are trying to put forward the idea that instead of just being focusing on mitigation strategies, the time has come to invest our energies on, you could say, the emerging green technologies, because we all know it's always better to just prevention is always better than cure, and it's the right time we move towards the cleaner alternatives and just stall our emissions. And also it focuses on innovative solutions to the environmental problems, and also it relies on natural processes so that they heal themselves, because nature itself is designed to redeem itself. So the theme is quite important one, but these themes questions are generally asked in state services. So make sure if you are targeting any state services exam, then you need to mug up the theme. And coming to the event, this is important from UPSC point of view, that this day USA, which is among the major emitters, is finally taking a stride forward and organizing the virtual World Leaders Climate Summit. So it's convened by USA, and US President Joe Biden is expected to make a major announcement regarding the net zero target, emissions target by 2050. Already UK has taken the lead, and France has followed up by declaring their net zero targets by 2050. And even China, which happens to be the second major emitter, has also promised that it will also try to achieve net zero emissions by 2060. So even India is also participating in today's Climate Leaders Summit, even though India is not too enthusiastic by declaring net zero emissions as of now, because we don't have the requisite resources and there are logistic challenges, because India happens to be still a developing country and it needs to do much more to achieve the net zero emissions. So we are going step by step, and India is one of the countries which is yet to declare its peaking year and net zero emissions. But we have to acknowledge the fact that coming to the green wars, India is doing reasonably well. The INDC target which we had committed of reducing emission intensity by 33 to 35% by 2030 is right on track. So hopefully we will at the right appropriate moment declare our own net zero emission targets. So this is what you have to cover in the Earth Day celebrations today, and on behalf of Chandigarh Civil Services team, I wish all of you a very happy Earth Day. Those who want to connect, we have a Youth for Biodiversity movement on Instagram. They can even join it if you want, and keep following these environment, science and tech affairs. We will be also organizing other series as well related to history, geography and other current affairs, because this is a time of pandemic and we have you can say the classes are little restricted at this point from current affair point of view, because we cannot organize large gatherings. So this series initiative is mainly targeted to reach to the students who are at home and are finding it hard to just brush up their current affairs. So once again, if you have any specific doubts which have not been addressed in this lecture, you can ask them in comment section. We will try to answer the genuine queries. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.